By the time this vlog comes out, we'll know whether or not the Mets made it to the division series. They lost game 1 last night, and yeah, I am in New York. I am the New Yorker back in New York again. I know you're sick of it. It's like, stop making New York content. I want to see Vegas content. Stop making New York content. The Vegas stuff, it's coming back. I'm a diehard, long-suffering Mets fan. I couldn't miss being in New York for the playoffs. Surprisingly, miraculously, amazingly, my good friend Dan, who works with the Mets, got me a ticket for Game 2 of the Wild Card Series at Citi Field tonight. So if you're not a Mets fan, or if you are a Mets fan, you're long-suffering, and they didn't make it to the division series, turn it off. But if you did make it, well, then you're going to see joy in my eyes, because even though, like, I will have seen a win tonight, I wouldn't have been there in person tomorrow when they have to win the series. But if they do win the series, then I'm going to do a follow-up. You know, it's all convoluted, but I'm a long-suffering Mets fan, and so I have to subject myself to the very real possibility that, like when I sat there on the last day of the season, 2007, for the Great Collapse, I might see another one tonight. But I could also see a great game, or a hard-fought game where we come out victorious. So, let me get the best jersey in the world on. Whew. That's right, baby. Number 17, Keith Hernandez. Hope you're having a speedy recovery, Keith. All right, let's go to Citi Field for Game 2 of the Wild Card Series between the Padres and the Mets. Made it. Do or die today. Nervous, tortured, traumatized. But we can do this.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right
at the rally tower.
Meet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really socking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York Town.
For challenge with the machine, biggest waste of space. Please get rid of this, Uncle Steve. Please, this is the worst promotion. If you're gonna have a cross promotion with Ford, just make it a little more inventive. This is a waste of space out here. You can do so much more with this space. Come on. I know you got it in you. I trust you, Uncle Steve. I love you. Will you adopt me?
Andy, it's your pitch. And here are tonight's starting lineup. And the starting pitcher for your New York Mets, number 48,
Oh shit, that's so soon. So when I first got to the stadium today, I saw this. I wasn't gonna get it because I was like, I don't want to jinx it if, you know, Edwin doesn't come in and we don't win. And then I got something that says postseason, sound the horns, and it's like a nightmare. But since it looks like we're gonna win this game, damn right I got this magnet for my fridge.
Live home sweet home.
Gotta get warm and go back out for the last 3 outs in the 9th inning. Let's go, Mets.
Oh my God! Yes! Yes!
They did it! They lived to fight another day! It was hairy there, fucking on Avino, but whatever happens, this vlog will come out, we'll know whether they moved on or not. But at least today I got to see a great game. Second postseason game ever, 2 wins, I'm 2 for 2, I'm good luck, just, 7 years apart. Anyway, let's go Mets. Hopefully it's still the postseason when this comes out. So the Mets lost tonight. Still happy I got to see them win at least one game, but they blew it because any constant in this universe, it's death, taxes, and the Mets lifting you up just to beat you down year after bloody fucking year. As Urinating Tree would say, lol Mets. But really it's lol fans for having any faith in this team ever. Ownership can change, management can change, players can change, stadiums can change, jerseys can change. Same shit, different season. As ours next year. I'm crying myself to sleep tonight. If you feel any pity on me, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications, comment. Tell me how much of a dumbass I am for loving this team. Whatever. Anyway, New Yorker and Vegas, but in New Yorkie, signing off. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you for watching. I do love you for watching. 101 wins for nothing. Thanks, Mets, for at least being consistent in a life of inconsistency. Good night. Okay, so I've had about a day extra to kind of decompress and process this enormously inexcusable, embarrassing collapse. And let me try to make a little sense of it. Some people say that the players don't care I don't agree with that. I think that's part of probably why they choked. So I think they probably pressure themselves. Now for the veterans that have been in the postseason or been around long enough to not choke, it's kind of inexcusable that they did. For the younger guys, this is their first time on the grand stage, it's a little bit more understandable. So you would think maybe that means that, you know, we're poised for, you know, this being like year one of, you know, the 84, 85 Mets. Trying not to go on a fucking tangent here, but goddamn, it's so hard not to. It's just, I want to look at it like, okay, this is the first year of a promising team. But again, we're built for now. Like, someone screamed behind me, God hates the Mets. Yeah. Yeah, they do. It's disgusting that we got to see, literally since our last championship, every team in the East win at least once, if not twice, like the Braves and the Marlins. You know, it's fucking atrocious. I thought I could be a little more succinct with this wrap up, but I guess I fucking can't. I should probably start over. But I'm not going to start over because fuck it. There were definitely some bright spots this season. I think that the biggest one, really, the biggest takeaway is Steve Cohen. After the 4-decade misery that was the Wilpons, the curse is not going to be broke overnight. But with a team that won 101, it shouldn't have ended here. We had lost so many last place teams and not won one game in Atlanta. It's just September collapses. I'm tired of September collapses. So like I you know, next year they win 105, whatever it might be, or whatever. You know, when I don't want to hear the players or anyone in the media be like, "Oh, Met fans need to be more thankful." But no, we have been through so much shit with this team, and whether these players care or not, I believe most of them do. I really do, and I really do like most of them. With their league minimum of whatever 500,000 plus league minimum, whatever it is, they're on a plane somewhere to paradise to decompress. They get paid to play a kid's game. Us fans, working regular fucking jobs, those who can afford to go, are shelling out their money to be beaten down, disappointed year after year after year after year. And yeah, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing multiple times and expecting different results. And you know what? This year felt different. This year felt like a change. And then what happened? It wasn't. So next year, if the team is equally as competitive, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, we'll be there. We'll rally you on. We'll feel good, but you're going to see that pensive look on our face. Don't get on us. Don't get on the Met fan, because we have been through it so many fucking times. And this year, second most wins in team history, this just cements how torturous and awful it can be to be a Mets fan. But that's unconditional love. So I don't want to hear that the working class fan who has to spend their money to be disappointed isn't showing up when players are getting paid millions of dollars, at least $500K a year, to play a kid's game, and they don't show up. Because the real life pressures of having to work multiple jobs for some fans are just a tough job where you get very little benefit, very little reward, where you work 12 months out of the year, not 7, 8 if you make it through the playoffs, which they didn't. You know, $40K a year, $50K a year if you're lucky, as opposed to $500,000 a year for a 7 to 8 month job. That's not pressure. It's a different kind of pressure, yes. And it's one that most people can't understand because they're athletes. But real life pressure is something most athletes can't understand. Most, not all, because they haven't had to work those jobs. And they haven't had to pay their money to love a team that consistently lets them down. It hurts. But ultimately, this is sport. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. I get it. Again, the biggest takeaway was Steve Cohen. You know, I bitched and moaned about so many of the changes that I really wanted the stadium and the fan experience to make. You know, Steve Cohen didn't have to spend the money he did on retiring 2 numbers this year on Old Timers Day. The new LED screens, the fan experience is infinitely improved. There's so much more energy, modern music. They've taken a step into the next age of being a Mets fan, I hope, and the experience and the giveaways and everything. You know, who knows? The statue was in the works of Seaver before Cohen owned the team, but who knows what would have truly happened with that had the Wilpons still been involved or gotten their way in that original deal where they still controlled the team for 5. The one thing I actually have faith in is that Steve Cohen will react this offseason and make changes. The team that he and Billy Epler put on the field along with Buck Showalter should have won. They should have been better than this. We thought they were better than this. We believed and knew they were better than this. Ultimately, they weren't. Maybe this won't age well, and this literally is the 2015 Cubs, you know. But at least the Cubs made it to the championship series that year, as we know. Hurts. Great deal. As always, next year, everyone keeps saying, but I think this year proved that we can't keep saying that. This year was different. And yet it ended the same. I think you're going to see a collective fan base that is 10 times more weary than we have ever been. And that's saying something. So can this core bounce back next year? If they seem to, we're not going to trust it until they get us there. And that's just the truth. And don't call us bad fans, because we're tired of this. But we'll be there, and we will cheer. We will love the team as we always have. We'll just do it a little bit with a little bit more hesitation, and an even quicker rush to be angry, upset, disappointed, and cry that the sky is falling. Because it did. And that's on the team. I'll see you Mets in 2023. Because I'm not going anywhere. That's it. That's it.